Picture this. It's July 1886, rural France. The air is so heavy with heat you can practically taste it, and all you can smell is ripening wheat. Inside this tiny little farmhouse, a family drama is about to play out, one that's going to blend faith, money, and a twist you won't see coming. So today, we're diving into a really strange but true story from the French countryside. It's about a simple death vigil that spirals into this bizarre mystery, and believe it or not, it all comes down to just 6 francs. All right, to really understand what happened here, we've got to meet the people at the center of it all. They're all gathered in one room on what they believe is going to be a final, very somber afternoon. Okay, so at the heart of our story is Anastasie Bontemps. She's 92 years old, and well, everyone thinks she's at death's door. By her side is her son, Honoré, and this guy is facing an impossible choice. And pretty soon, 2 other people are going to walk into this room. A professional death watcher named Marie Rapet, and the local priest, who's pretty sure he's on his way to guide a soul to the afterlife. Honoré's problem was brutal. I mean, it was the peak of harvest season. Every single hour he spent sitting by his mother's bedside was another hour his wheat, his entire livelihood for the year, was at risk of being completely ruined by storms. You're talking about a choice between his mother and, well, survival. So the local doctor, Henri Duval, he basically makes the decision for him. He lays down the law, even stamps his foot for emphasis. He tells Honoré, you are absolutely forbidden from leaving your mother alone. If you want to go save your harvest, you have to hire a professional watcher. It's a pretty common thing back then. So just like that, the choice is made. Okay, so with the watcher situation sorted out, the focus shifts to something much more spiritual. The village priest gets the call to come and perform one of the most secret duties of his entire job. You know, the priest actually wrote about this in his journal. He says as he and his altar boy walked to the farm, it was like the whole village just stopped. Men working in the fields took off their hats. Women paused their chores to make the sign of the cross. It's this moment of pure shared faith. Everyone believes they're witnessing the last holy moments of a long, good life. And the ritual itself, it just reinforces this feeling that this is the end. It's got 3 holy steps. First, Mother Bontemps confesses her sins. Then, the priest anoints her with holy oil. And finally, she receives the Eucharist. It's like a last meal for her soul's journey. For everyone in that room, this was it. The final goodbye. So the stage is set, right? The last rites are done, the watcher is in her chair, and the sun is out in the fields. A peaceful passing is what everyone expects. But the night had a very different plan. Think about Honoré working through the night, his mind just completely split between his mother's soul and his precious wheat. As the sun starts to come up, he finally heads back to the farmhouse, fully expecting to find that the vigil is over. He walks into a scene that just makes no sense. His mother, Anastasie, she's not dead. Nope. She's sitting up in bed, looking around and asking for soup. But on the floor lies the watcher, Marie Rapet, stone dead. The person hired to watch the dying has died herself. What? So what on earth happened? To untangle this whole thing, we've got to rewind. Back to the moment the deal was made. Because for Marie Rapet, this wasn't just a job. It was a high-stakes gamble. You see, Honoré, being a practical, frugal farmer, was really worried about paying someone by the hour. I mean, what if his mother, tough as she was, decided to hang on for days? The cost would absolutely ruin him. So he proposes something different, a single, all-inclusive price. And these are Honoré's own words. He spells it out for Rapet. He basically frames it as a bet. He's betting his mother will live longer, and Rapet is betting she'll die fast. The quicker she dies, the easier Rapet's job is, and the more profitable it becomes. And this was the price they finally settled on, 6 francs, for the whole shebang, from the second she sat down until the body was taken away. This one number is the key to this whole mystery, because it turns a sacred duty into a financial game with a pretty grim deadline. So how did this gamble actually play out? To find out, we have to turn to the only person who really knows what happened during those long, dark hours, the woman who was supposed to be dead. In a sworn statement given to the priest and the mayor, Mother Bontemps tells the story of the night. And it is chilling. This was no quiet, peaceful vigil. She describes it as a battle of wills, with her life on the line against a 6-franc prize. According to Mother Bantams, as soon as it got dark, Marie Rabbit started whispering these awful, terrifying stories. Tales about the devil coming for people who linger too long, painting these horrible pictures of what happens to them. The goal in Bantam's mind was obvious: scare her into giving up and dying quickly. But Mother Bantams, well, she was, in her own words, stubborn as stone. She figured out Rabbit's game, so she just shut her eyes, pretended to be out of it, and silently prayed. She absolutely refused to give the watcher the satisfaction of a quick payday. And here it is, the climax. After this whole night of silent defiance, the first light of dawn comes into the room, and Mother Bontemps opens her eyes. She'd won. And her simple request for food, it was the final, fatal blow to Marie Répète. The shock was just too much. Répète grabbed her chest, gasped, and just collapsed. So now you have one woman miraculously alive and another one unexpectedly dead. Who do you call? Of course, you call back the pragmatic Dr. Duval to try and make sense of this unbelievable scene. Dr. Duval's official report offers a very scientific explanation. He said Marie Répète died of a heart aneurysm. His theory was that the combination of a long, stressful night, followed by the absolute shock of seeing your dying patient sit up and ask for breakfast, well, it was just enough to trigger a fatal event. But while the doctor had his medical explanation, Honoré Bontemps had his own, let's say, grimly practical summary of events. This quote just perfectly captures that dark folk humor of the Norman peasant. For him, a deal was a deal, and the devil just showed up to collect from the wrong person. And that's what we're left with, right? Was Marie Répète's death a medical event brought on by shock? Was it some kind of divine justice for her cruel mind games, like the priest might think? Or was it, like the local peasants whispered, just the devil taking his payment from the wrong bed? It's a strange, true story that kind of shows us that sometimes the truth really depends on who's telling the tale.